Hello friends, today we are going to see the important topic segues. You have already learned that the view controllers manage different scenes within an app. But as your apps grows in complexity, you will find uh, need for the different scenes using different view controllers to display the information. So you will need a transition between the scenes to allow the user to navigate the app. To resolve this issue, we are going to see the segues. Here you will learn how to use the segues to transition from one view controller to the other view controller, how to define the relationships between the view controllers, and how navigation controllers can help you manage the scenes that display related to the content. So first we'll see how to move from the one view controller to the another view controller. So for that we require the Xcode. So I will type the Xcode here in the search window. So it will open the Xcode, this Xcode window. I will click on the create a new Xcode project. And when you click on the create new Xcode project, you will find this window will appear. Here we'll find the multiple options like multi-platform iOS, macOS, watchOS, tvOS, and other. Below that, we'll find the section for the application, document app, games, augmented reality, sticker app, iMessage app, Safari extension app. Below that, we'll have the framework, static library, and the metal library. So default selection is the iOS and the app or the application. So we will continue with this because we also want to create the project by using the iOS and the application app. So I will continue with this selection. Click on the next. You will this window will appear. Here we'll have the options like product name, interface, and the language. So here in the product name, you can write down the your product. So we are developing the segues. So I will write down the segues here. Segues 8. This is my name of the product. Then organization identifier, you can write down your organization name. Interface, you'll find the two options, SwiftUI and the storyboard. Out of that, you can select the storyboard. For the language selection, again, you will have the two options, Swift and Objective-C. So you can select the Swift here because we are working on the Swift. And then click on the next. Then you'll find the memory allocation or the memory space where we want to save your project. So if you click here, you will find the options from your hard drive. So you can save your product or the project there. I'm saving this in the documents folder. So my product or the project will be present in the documents folder. Then I will click on the create here. Then after clicking on the create, if this error comes, you can directly go to the cancel. Then this window will appear. On the screen, you will see the various options, general, signing and capabilities, resource tags, information, build settings, build phases, and the build rules. Default is the general is there. You will find the options for the identity parameters, deployment information, and the app icons and the launch images in case of general. So here we'll see the deployment information. This product will be deployed on the iPhone and the iPad. So the selection is iPhone and iPad here. If you want to run the particular product on the Mac also, you can select this option. But currently we are only interested to run the particular application on the iPhone and the iPad. Then device orientation options are there, and below we'll find the app icons option. On the left hand side, you'll find your product name or the project name is there, Segue 8. And below that, the new files are created like app delegate, scene delegate, view controller file. Okay, these files are loaded when you create the particular project. Out of that, I will click on the main file. When you click on the main file, the initial view controller will appear. Okay, and when you click on the or move your cursor on the view controller, you will find this on the left hand side. You will find the view controller scene. Inside that, you will have the view controller view. If you click on this view, you can see this is the outline, or these are the blue area is the your view of your view controller. If you click on the safe area, you will see the safe area of the view controller. Then first responder and exit buttons are present there. On the right hand side, you'll see the attributes inspector. Here, this is the first or the initial view controller. So we have checked this particular box here. So you have to remain the whatever the by default settings are there. We will continue with that particular settings for the our product or the project. Now, I will click on the first or the initial view controller. I will change the background color of this view controller to the, when you click on this particular option like background system, you will find the various options for changing the color of background color of your view controller. So out of that, I will select the system red color. So this is the system red color. You can see the system red color background of this particular view controller. Then I will add one button here. For adding the button, I have to go to the object library. So on the right hand side, you will find this plus button where you will find the object library. Click on this plus button. You will now I want a button, so I will type here button here, button. So when I type the button here, you'll find the various options for the button, gray button, tinted button, field button, and so other. So out of that, I will require only, currently I will require the button here. So I will drag this button towards the view controller. Now I will change the name of this button to the first button. Inside the attributes inspector, you will find the option for the title. So here I will write the title of this as a first button. Okay, I will remind the color or blue color is there, so we will continue with the same color. Then for the learning the segues, we require the one more view controller. So for the space purpose, I will hide this window for some time. Now again, for adding the new view controller, I have to go to the library again and type here view controller. When I will type the view controller here, the view controller will appear. Then drag this view controller to your scene. And then you can adjust the alignment with the first view controller by using, you can see these blue lines. By taking the help of these blue lines, you can align the second view controller with the initial view controller or the first view controller. Now again, for identification, I will change the background of the second view controller. Suppose that I will take now system yellow color. Now we want to move from the initial view controller to the second view controller. In this case, we want to move from the red view controller to the yellow view controller. So how we can do that? So the answer is the segues. So we will create a segue between the initial view controller and the second view controller. So for that, I have to select the button here. I will select this button, then press the control key on the keyboard and then drag this button towards the second view controller. Again, I will repeat, you have to select the button on the keyboard. You have to select the button, then click on the control button on the keyboard and then drag this towards the second view controller. Then release the mouse. When you release the mouse or the trackpad button, you will see a popover that allows you to specify the presentation method of the segue. So various multiple segues to choose from, but our focus or the attention is on the show and the present modely here. Present modely will display the yellow view controller over the red view controller using the bottom to top sliding information. You will see, for example, you will see your animation in the mail app. When you begin writing a new email or the contacts, when you choose or create a new contact in the mail app. And the show segue also present the modally until a navigation controller is added to the storyboard scene. Okay, we are going to see the navigation controller in the next video. So for the now, we will select the show segue here. So from this pop over, you have to select the show segue. When you select the show segue, an arrow appears from the red view controller to the yellow view controller indicating the segue. Okay, this is the segue indication. Now I will build and run this app. For the building and running, I will choose the device as iPhone 13 Pro and then click on the run button. So we will see how this will look in on the simulator window. It will take some time. So this is the first video where we have interested to our first objective, that how to move from the one view controller to the another view controller. So the simulator will appear. It will take some time. You can see on this upper hand side, you will see the progress of your simulator. So simulator appeared. You can see we have selected the device iPhone 13 Pro, and this is we are familiar with this particular simulator. Again, it is taking some time. So our first initial view controller appeared here. So if you click on this button, first button, I will click on this. Now you can see that your yellow view controller is popping over from bottom to top on the red view controller. Okay, that means it is having the sliding animation. Okay, so that means our connection of the segue is successful between the initial view controller and the second view controller. Okay, so in next video we are going to see the navigation controllers, how to add and customize the navigation controller to this particular scene, and how to pass the information from one view controller to the other view controller. Okay, so we will stop for this particular video right now. We will meet in the next video. Thank you for the watching.